in 3 months, you got a bachelor's degree. You're able to do this in 3 months.
Yeah, so now I'm not the only one that has done this through WGU, but you basically you get the courses unlocked as you pass them. In the final exams, you could take it at any time of the day. So a lot of mine happened around midnight when my kids were sleeping. But yeah, you get all the materials. You can schedule the test with a proctor on your computer, and they kind of watch you take the exam. And yeah, if you score high enough on the exam, then you get to move on to the next course.
And you did it in 3 months. How is that possible? Because when I was in college, I was only able to register for like 4 or 5 classes at a time at most.
Yep. So they have a requirement of 4 classes per term. Their terms are 6 months, and once you pass the first four, you can start unlocking them one by one, and kind of tee up, taking more for that course. So, with doing it in 3 months, I can't remember exactly. I think it was about 2 to 3 courses a week. Now I did go
But
into it pretty aggressive. I
are,
will be
wait, are
honest.
you, are you like
Yeah.
maxing out your credit card, paying for credits? Like, how did you afford this?
Yeah, so that's actually another great thing about WGU. They're non for profit and you pay per 6 month term. So, as many courses as you could pass in 6 months, it's the same price. Um, Bachelor's, I think, is 5 grand every 6 months. And then master's is like 4 grand or maybe I got that. Anyways, it was under 10 grand total by the time it was
Under
all
ten
said and
thousand
done.
dollars total for the bachelor's and the master's, and it's
Yep.
like this is like a Las Vegas buffet style, all you can eat education model. That's
But
Yeah.
amazing.
obviously, it's intense. So it was during COVID. You had a new baby, or two. I think you said, but multiple children. Like, can you just paint a picture of what your day looked like? Because I'm trying to think. Like, hey, I have a bunch of junk drawer of credits. Could I do this? Like, if you're doing 3 courses a week, basically 3 credits a week, like, what is your day like? You wake up, and then how do you accomplish this?
Yeah, so I will give my wife credit for this because not only did she encourage me to Google a quick bachelor's degree, but also she helped out a ton with the kids. I was working at the time also, so I was working about I was working about 40 to 50 hours a week in the mortgage business. But yeah, I'd basically wake up at 5:30, breakfast, work till 5, dinner with the kids. My wife would take them after 7, and about 7 till midnight every night. I do it probably five nights a week. I would say, I need to recharge a little bit, but 7 to midnight. So, I mean, it was a lot of 4 hour night, of sleep. But it was worth it. I was motivated, and I felt like this was my ticket to opportunity, and also I needed to provide for my family. And if something happened with my job, with the decline that was occurring, if I got laid off or something, I want to have that backup plan as soon as possible.
Right. You had the existential financial pressure there to
Yep.
motivate you. So you did the bachelor's in like 3 months, and then
Mhm.
how long did the master's take?
Yeah, so the bachelor's did in three
Eh,
months, and then I took about a 2 to 3 month break, I guess you call it, of just working. And then I decided, I was like, all right, well, I'll go for the master's because I need 150 credit hours. I only had 120 at the time. So I started the master's, and the master's was only 10 courses instead of 40 for the bachelor's. So I was able to get the 10 done, and I think it was about like 35 days, some around there. It was a little bit over a month.
And what was the master's?
So there's a master's in accountancy at MSA. So I guess now I know I don't need the master's to get the CPA. At the time, I didn't really know. I just was like, just give me 30 more credit hours, and I was happy that WGU also offered the master's because that was the structure and model I needed to give me the flexibility to move quicker.